which of course is a concern for women, but generally this particular issue is not given attention in other mainstream media. Like, for example, women would be visiting Gudar, for example, to collect water, or visiting shrines was another social event that they would always look forward to, or washing clothes beside the stream. All these had actually come to an end because of extremism. Again, collecting spinach, although it seems like a very meaningless activity, but for women or little girls, this was actually something that they would look forward to. This picture I had taken in Bajawad agency, which is a tribal agency, and there was a event called the Akhtar Mela, and like, it's very difficult to believe that women in Bajawad agency would have these musical instruments and they would walk towards a particular shrine, and they would be dancing on the way, singing songs. So of course such activities have also ended, which were culturally acceptable in the past. Next. Folklore and music have also become victims of extremism. Like, there used to be a traditional lullaby called Allah Ho, or women used to perform at funerals, and most of the songs, like Pashto songs that were rendered by women or even by men, the poetry is usually written or produced by Pakhtun women. This is a woman, Malaka, like a tribal leader that I met in Bajawad agency. So, like, she has a Kalashnikov hanging from her shoulder, and I just couldn't believe it when I met her that such women are also culturally acceptable in Pakhtun societies, and people would actually go to her for advice and other issues. Giving voice to women, especially victims of war, is something that always interests me. Like, post 9/11, I was based in Peshawar, and I would come across women and children who were victims of collateral damage. But on Western TV channels and mainstream media, we would get to see these images of Afghan women getting rid of their blue burqas, and that was the image that was repeatedly being shown on all Western TV channels. So I personally thought that there's much more behind this particular image, and we need to give these women a voice. So I made this documentary which is called Padar Padar, and the aim was to highlight the emotional impact of war on Afghan refugee women. And like, there was a woman that I interviewed who said that her husband had gone or accompanied Osama bin Laden, but she was cursing him literally because that led to a miserable life for this woman and her children. And she said that if he thinks that he'll be going to Jannat or heaven because of this, he's mistaken, because the way we are living our life, that would never happen. So that was the kind of voice I thought the world should hear. There's this video that I made with the help of Heinrich Boll Foundation, which is filmed in Afghanistan and Swat. This was made when the schools were being burned in Swat in the name of Islam, of course. And this is a traditional lullaby called Allah Ho, and the aim of this lullaby is to highlight the importance of education for girls. That's why it's called Allah Ho, a lullaby for you, my daughter, because traditionally lullabies are sung or made for boys, but this particular one was for little girls. and encouraging the parents to send them to schools. And there's this other video that I made which is called Bibi Shirine. It's a tribute to the rural women of the Northwest Frontier province of Pakistan. And I had filmed this video in different parts of Northwest Frontier province. And one of its pirated copies were being distributed and sold in Orakzai agency because people liked it so much. So through media we can provide democratic space for dialogue, mobilizing public opinion on the desirability of non-violent conflict transformation, and focus on the accountability of leaders for their actions. It can also offer the analysis of the causes, options and possible solutions of the conflict. Now I'd like to share with you some clips from my videos, and then we can later talk about the impact these videos had in our society. It's like a montage of some of the videos I had made. And when it comes to filming issues related to women, I do the filming myself. This was about the kind of problems they face while traveling or commuting from one place to another. It's just a short clip from that document.
Accidentally.
अपने तौर पे एहतियाती करती हूँ कि वो मतलब कंफर्टेबल होकर नहीं बैठ सकती, वो सीट पर आगे ऊपर की बैठ सकती है, साइड सीट से को करना पड़े, क्योंकि अगर आप बोलना शुरू करें तो वो एक हद तक तो ठीक लगता है, लेकिन बातों का ऐसा भी होता है कि लोग आपका ही तमाशा बना देते हैं.
Harassment that women face becomes a justification for families to forbid their women folk from going out.
कि बस में बैठ नहीं जाती, उस पर जो मुसलसल लोगों की नजरें आप पर ही होती है, और वो ऊपर से कर होते हैं कि आपने क्या कहना है और इस तरह की चीजें, बड़ा बुरा एक्सपीरियंस होता है. मजबूरी है, कमाने वालों को है नहीं. मैं कह रही हूँ बच्चों को पालती भी हूँ और कमाती भी हूँ, क्या करें, किराया भर नहीं सकते, किराए का मकान है, क्या करें. लिफ्ट में जाते हैं हम लोग, ये पैसे नहीं लेते, ऐसे ही लिफ्ट में ऐसे ही मुफ्त में लेके जाते हैं बेचारा. हाँ, मुफ्त में बेचारे लेके जाते हैं.
Challenging age-old traditions has never been easy. There is always a first step. In 2003, a petition was filed in the Supreme Court of Pakistan against the custom of swara. In 2004, law was passed declaring it as an offence. The Supreme Court gave the fight against swara and vanni authenticity and justification. In 2005, judicial activism in the case of swara and vanni made the injustice visible and the silent speak up against atrocity. The judiciary gave voice to the speechless.
Malashina